You know, usually when you see a combination of hot anime girls and a free game, it usually means you're staring directly into a gacha that's just probably going to ruin your life like all the other ones do. But thankfully, this time it's different. Now, I saw this on Twitter, and you might be wondering what this game is. It's called Dialogue. It's very similar to another one of my favorite games, Valhalla. Now, I don't really like visual novels. I will be the first to say that I don't like reading, especially out loud. You can thank my middle school teachers for that one. But if the story is gripping enough, I will play it, and Valhalla was actually one of my most favorite games ever. I love that game to death. So when I saw this game, you know what? It's been a really long time. We still don't have the Valhalla sequel, so I'm gonna try it. And it's also free, which is even better. I finally got the time to sit down and play Dialogue the other day, and I just want to say that this game is actually really, really good. It is made by a 4-man dev team that's called Team Cherry Picker, which is an interesting name. But you can see immediately that it has the pixel art style that takes inspiration from Valhalla. And this game, I want to make it clear that this isn't a ripoff. It wears its inspiration on its sleeve. You can even look in the background and see a literal direct reference to the game. I would never consider this game a ripoff of any kind, to be honest with you. When I consider a game a ripoff, it's this, they're directly copying. It's like from Poppy Playtime to Garten of Banban. But from Valhalla to Dialogue, these are two different games where they have the very similar art style, similar world, but it's very clear that they know that they're taking a heavy inspiration from a very good game, and they're putting their own twist on it. They're doing their own thing. They're having their own stories, their own world, their own type of gameplay, and I really respect that out of this game. The base of this story is that you play as a mechanic who fixes some android girls that come into your mechanic shop in a cyberpunk-style world with very heavy government control and all sorts of violence and terrorist attacks and all sorts of crazy stuff that are happening. EVEs come in and they request repairs for all sorts of different reasons, one of them being a character called Prey. I like Prey a lot, one, because she's attractive, but two, because she just has a nice personality and gives you advice whenever you actually need it in the story. While I'm not going to get into a ton of spoilers, the story itself is contained. To me, as somebody who's oblivious to hints and all sorts of subtlety, I thought it was pretty surprising. The twist in it is interesting. The overall world and feeling of cyberpunk aesthetics is probably one of my more favorite things, especially when the music complements it. I don't think I can play the music in this video for you because it isn't really stream friendly, so it's probably not video friendly as well. But overall, I would say that my immersion in this world was very good. My only critique is, man, I wish this game was longer because it felt pretty short. I completed it within a day. Man, that's not even a critique. Okay, I'm sorry, all right? I finished the game and my immediate thought was, man, I wish there was a dating sim portion of this game. But apparently there's multiple endings, so I did go back and get those. They were pretty good. The overall gameplay loop is you work on the mechanic side of things while you listen to the stories and talk to the people who come into your mechanic shop. The gameplay itself, when you're repairing the androids or working on machines or whatever, is I don't know if there's like a certain name for this, but it's like a wheel puzzle thing. It's pretty much just a matching game. And it seems simple, but I will say it actually gets pretty hard eventually. And the tutorial is a little confusing. Now that I understand it overall, it actually could have been harder. It was pretty easy to get all of them to have a, wow, you did it under the required move amounts, because that's, for some of the endings, you had to perfect it, I believe. But it's really not hard at all. Honestly, I don't want to muddy the waters of my impressions by constantly comparing this to Valhalla, even though it really is one of the main things I can really compare it to. But it's just been so long since we've been waiting on Valhalla's sequel or same universe game or whatever it is, Nirvana. And this game really does scratch that itch of, I am in a cyberpunk world and I work in some seedy, weird environment with some shady people that come in looking for services, or they're just trying to tell me a story of some kind, and I solve a puzzle for them, whether it's making drinks or fixing their back while their underboob is sticking out. Overall, I feel the exact same way I feel about Valhalla. I just kind of want more of the game. And if you look at Steam, everyone else does too. This game has crazy reviews. I couldn't recommend it more. The devs have said that there's more coming, thankfully, but I really would recommend this. Listen, even if you don't like reading and you're not really into visual novels, it's just a nice, peaceful, single-player game. I really enjoyed it. It was good. Also, I like hot android girls and solving matching puzzles, so it was a good investment of $0. It is something that I would have paid for, and listen up, devs. The next thing better cost, at least charge like $1 or something. I want to give you some money. Also make it longer and put in a whole like dating sim part, you know, for me and Prey. Anyways, first impressions overall, this game was amazing. Thank you to the members this month. Special thank you to our Calamari tier member, DJ Foxbox. We just had a community night for me and all the other members in our Discord, and it was pretty fun. So if you guys want to join and play games and become a member, I would love to have you. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and check out one of these videos.